Hey everyone, welcome to your channel, and today we're keeping it chill and diving into the world of Ansible with a little help from our friend Docker. But before we get started, let's take a quick look at the roadmap we're going to follow. We've got 5 exciting chapters ahead of us, and here's a sneak peek. We'll begin by understanding the magic of Ansible, our trusty automation companion. Next, we'll venture into the world of Docker, uncovering its Dockerfiles and Docker Compose files. And here is the showtime. We'll bring our playground to life, much like turning on the lights in an amusement park. Then we should configure SSH-Keys because communication is key, right? So we'll ensure seamless interaction between our servers. Finally, we'll test our setup and celebrate our success with some fun Ansible commands. So, are you ready to embark on this journey with me? Yeah? So, let's quickly understand what Ansible is. Ansible is an open source automation tool that makes it super easy to manage and configure servers. It's like having a magical assistant that does all the heavy liftings for you. Before we dive into exploring Dockerfiles, I want to make sure you have access to all the resources you'll need for this journey. You can find a link to the GitHub repository in the video description below. It contains all the code, scripts, and instruction we'll be covering in this video. Alright, let's get back to exploring our Dockerfiles. This is server's Dockerfile, and here we are using the latest Ubuntu image as our base. We install OpenSSH server and Python 3, necessary component for Ansible. We create a user mat with a password and allow root login via SSH. We expose port 22 for SSH connections. Next, we have the Ansible Dockerfile, similar to the server's Dockerfile, it's based on the latest Ubuntu image. We install OpenSSH client, Ansible, and SSH pass. We create a directory called Ansible where we'll store our Ansible playbooks and configurations. Now let's move on to the dockercompose.yaml file. This is where the magic happens. We define 3 services: Ansible, Server 1, and Server 2. If you wish to expand your playground and work with additional servers, it's as simple as adding them here. Just remember, you need to add volumes for these servers too. For the Ansible service, we build from the Ansible Dockerfile and keep it running with tail-f/dev/null. We mount our local Ansible directory to the containers Ansible directory. For the Server 1 and Server 2 services, we build from the server's Dockerfile. We create volumes for mat home, server 1 root, and server 2 root. These volumes allow data to persist between container restarts, ensuring on configurations and files are saved. Additionally, we've defined a custom network called Ansible Playground net, which all our services are connected to. And there you have it, a detailed breakdown of the Dockerfiles and Docker Compose setup. Let's move to showtime. We're about to bring our Ansible Playground to life. This is the moment where all the hard work setting up our Docker environment pays off. To bring the playground to life, all you need to do is run a single command. It's as simple as running docker compose up-d. The -d flag stands for detached, which means the containers will run in the background, allowing us to continue using our terminal. Now let's hit enter and watch the magic happen. Docker Compose will now pull the necessary images, create containers, and set up the entire network. It might take a few moments depending on your network speed and system performance, so let's give it a moment to work its magic. And there you have it. Our Ansible Playground is up and running. You've just set up a fantastic environment for learning and experimenting with Ansible. Just remember, the beauty of this setup is that you can easily tear down the environment when you're done by running docker compose down. Now that our Ansible Playground is up and running, it's time to configure our SSH keys. This is an essential step for secure and hassle-free communication between our servers and Ansible container. To automate this process, I've prepared a simple bash script. Let me walk you through it. Hey awesome viewer, I've just returned from the future, and guess what? I realized I forgot to mention a couple of important things in this section, but don't worry, I got you. The first thing I forgot to mention is how to enter Ansible container using Docker. To do this, you need to run the following command: docker container-exec -it ansible bash. This command will allow you to access the Ansible environment inside the Docker container, where you can execute further commands. It's an essential step in our process. The second detail I overlooked is the purpose of the initial line in our script. This line generates an RSA key pair for SSH authentication. Let's take a closer look at it. SSH keygen is the command for generating SSH keys. -trsa specifies the key type, which in this case is RSA. -b 2048 defines the key size, and with -f we determined the file name and path where the key will be saved. In this case, it's saved as id_rsa in the .ssh directory. -n is for setting a passphrase. By leaving it empty, you create a key without a passphrase. So there you have it. These were the missing pieces, and now we're ready to continue our journey. As you can see, we have a script that iterates through two loops. The outer loop goes through users mat and root, and the inner loop goes through our two servers, server 1 and server 2. Within these loops, we're using SSH pass to copy the SSH keys to our servers. We're suppressing the strict host key checking with -o strict host key checking equal no to make this process non-interactive. This script is incredibly useful when you need to set up your SSH keys on multiple servers, and it saves you from manually copying keys and dealing with the host key verification. Now let's run this script to configure our SSH keys on our servers. There you have it. Our SSH keys have been configured on all servers within seconds. This will allow secure and passwordless SSH access, making it easier to manage our infrastructure with Ansible. And that's how you automate the configuration of SSH keys on your servers. Now that our Ansible Playground is set up and our SSH keys are configured, it's time to put our environment to the test. We'll run some fun Ansible commands within the Ansible container to ensure everything is working smoothly, and then we celebrate our success. As you can see, I'm inside our Ansible container. To get here, I use command docker container-exec, which opens a bash shell within container. Now let's dive into the fun part. We start by checking if both servers are reachable with the ping module. This ensures our servers are online and responsive. Great news! Both servers are reachable, which means our Ansible environment is up and running. Now let's check uptime of both servers. This command gives us an idea of how long they've been running. The uptime command provides information about server uptime. It's a useful way to ensure our servers have been running without issue. Fantastic! Our servers have a healthy uptime, indicating our environment is stable and operational. Lastly, let's have some fun. We're going to create a file on both servers with a playful message. This command uses the copy module in Ansible to create a file with the message "Have fun with Ansible" in the temp directory of both servers. And there it is. Our fun message has been successfully copied to both servers. Congratulations everyone! We've successfully set up our Ansible learning environment using Docker, configured SSH keys, and tested our setup with these fun Ansible commands. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial as much as I did. If you found this video helpful and enjoyed the content, please consider giving it a thumbs up, sharing with your friends, and subscribing for more tech tutorials. Your support means the world to me. Thank you for joining me on this Ansible and Docker journey. Have fun exploring Ansible, and until next time, happy coding and happy automating.